Oh, here I go. This is about my gazillionth attempt to do this. I did a video yesterday and tried to upload it at home, and it was long and took too long. And then I tried uploading it this morning, and I kept getting duplicate. This video is already on the internet, and so I'm just starting all over again and trying this. And this is my third attempt at recording it. So here goes. We're going to try this one more time. My name is Lynn from Bypass to a Leaner Lynn. I had a RNY Gastric bypass on October 17th, 2017, so just shy of a year. I had it with Dr. David Carroll at Merit Health River Oaks Hospital. So it's been a hot minute since I updated you the last time. In fact, I think it was week 36 the last time I updated you. And rather than telling you all of those weeks, because it's now week 51, I'm just going to tell you then and now, and we'll call it good. I came to you at week 36, and I was 183.8 pounds. I was down 0.6 from the week before, and I had a BMI of 33, which is still in the obese range, but getting lower. So time has passed, and it is now week 51. I am currently, or the last time I weighed in, I was 154.6 pounds. And so since the end of June, I have lost 29.2 pounds. My BMI has gone from a 33 to a 28, which means that I'm no longer obese. I'm just overweight. And that's a really good feeling. Overall, since my highest weight of 331 pounds, I have lost 176.4 pounds. And since my surgery day, when my weight was 279, I have lost 124.4 pounds. So this may be a little slower than other people and a little faster than other people. And like I've said, comparing yourself doesn't do any good, because these are my accomplishments and I think they're pretty fantastic. I don't think that I could have ever pictured losing over 100 pounds in a year's time. It is just beyond what I would have ever imagined. I wanted to lose 100 by my 1 year surgiversary, but I had no clue that it would actually happen. So I'm real excited about my weight loss, and I'm real pleased with how I've done. And I'm assuming next week when I go for my bariatric 1 year appointment that they'll be pleased too. And they're going to suck my blood and make sure all my levels are okay and all of that. So it's been an eventful few months. I've lost weight. I have stuck to my plan for the most part. I have found out that too many carbs makes Lynn gain weight. I did go through a 3 week stall last month. I didn't think I was ever going to shake loose. In fact, I was kind of thinking that maybe I had hit that point where I had lost all the weight that I was going to, and then I lost like 2.4 1 week, and then 3.4 this week, and so I guess it was just a stall, and hopefully I'm going to get down to my goal weight, which is 130. I've got people telling me I'm going to be too skinny, but I keep telling them I'm sitting on it. I've always had a big booty, and it's the first place to gain and the last place to lose, and so we're just going to have to work at it a little bit more. Got a lot of loose skin. Ain't gonna do nothing about that, where you can't really see it, but you can kind of see it. But I got a lot of flapping going on there. And my tummy isn't as bad as you would think it would be, but it's got a lot of loose skin. My booty definitely has loose skin, and my thighs, oh my gosh, they're unreal. I just carried all my weight in the lower half of my body for the most part, until I started to gain up here. So at any rate, that's where I'm at right now. Since I came at you the last time, I had talked about wanting to get counseling, but it's just real difficult in the area that I'm at. It's an hour's drive to a place where there would be a counselor available, and I don't know that there's that many, even in those areas, that would be experienced at dealing with somebody that had bariatric surgery, or with, an eating disorder issue, which I think I had one, or I still have it. It's just I can't eat the foods that I would normally binge on. They make me sick, so I guess that's a good thing too. Um, I'm at work, so I'm trying to be a little softer and quieter, so I hope you can hear me. But at any rate, I tried to figure out, well, how, because, sometimes that candy aisle still calls my name, even though, even though, I know I can't eat it and it'll make me sick, and it can be so disturbing, and ice cream. Oh my gosh, that's been the hardest part of the summer, has been not being able to eat ice cream. And I tried making, you know, like Vitamix ice cream, and it just doesn't have the same zing. Um, and it just didn't work. And I tried to make it, and it just didn't do what I wanted it to do. And probably if I'd have worked at it, I'd have figured it out. But I don't know. I thought about trying the Enlightened or the Halo Top, but I don't know. Part of me is afraid that if I eat that, it'll trigger me, and then I'll be wanting to eat that all the time. And I just don't know that I want to go there yet, or that I'm ready to. But at any rate, so I kind of thought, what am I going to do? And then I went back to something from my past. I decided to go ahead and rejoin Weight Watchers. Now, I don't need the eating plan. My tummy kind of takes care of that. I can't eat a whole lot. Some days, to Weight Watchers does a point system, and it's based on the protein that you eat, the protein in a food, the sugar in the food, the carbs in the food, and the fats in the food. And there's a formula, and it comes up with how many points that they're going to charge you for that food. And it's sort of like, you're spending money, and when your wallet's empty, then you quit spending. And so they want you to get a minimum with that, but my points a day are supposed to be 23. I think I've hit that once, and it was because I had a protein bar that was had a lot of points in it. Generally, as a rule, I have a hard time hitting my minimum points, which is 13. And I've never gotten over 23. I think I've hit 23 one time in 3 months. But Weight Watchers is really good. They really do address emotional eating issues. There's support. There's accountability. It's the things that I feel that I need in order to continue to be successful, at this weight loss journey, and it's been a really good journey. And, I think a lot of our fears, all of us, is, regain. We don't, we're just afraid of regaining. And that is certainly my fear, getting to that point and easing off, and then eating stuff I shouldn't eat. And I'm trying to be ever vigilant for that, and I know that I'm not going to eat perfect, but I don't want to go back to where I was. I don't want to even go back to where I am if I can get down to 130. I mean, I feel good and I feel really, really good, but I don't want to go back even to this. I want to go to 130 and stay there, like 130, 135. It puts me at a normal BMI, you know. I just want to be normal, I guess. Um, I already have people telling me I'm too skinny though. So I don't know. I figured when I went into that 3 week stall, maybe I'd hit that point where my body said it's just lost all it's going to lose. And then I did really well the last couple of weeks. So I guess it was just your common, ordinary, everyday stall. Um, and so I'm just real pleased, and I'm kind of rambling. Um, I did do my measurements, and my let me start at the top. My bust was 36.5, which was a half an inch from last month. Under my bust, I was down to 31.25 inches, and that was a loss of 3/4 of an inch. Around my waist, I went to 32.75, and that was a loss of 3/4 of an inch. My hips are down to 39.25 inches. See, I told you I'm hippie. And that was a loss of 1.5 inches. My left thigh was 20.5 inches, and that was a 1 1/4 inch loss. My right thigh was 20 3/4 inch, so that was a loss of 1 1/4 inches also. Around my left calf, I was 14.5, which was a loss of a half an inch. And around my right calf, I was 15 inches, which was a loss of a 1/4 inch. Altogether, from September to October, I lost 6.75 inches, or 6 3/4 inches. And overall, during the course of this journey, I have lost 85 1/4 inches, which to me is a bunch of inches. And I don't measure my arms because it's just hard to do it one-handed, and I don't have somebody else to do it. So I just don't. I just don't. I went clothes shopping. I've been clothes shopping because I have, it's going to start to cool off here in Mississippi maybe someday. Supposedly tomorrow, but we'll see. It's been just in the 80s and 90s here, and it's just been, it's October, it's supposed to be fall. I don't expect it to be down in the 30s like it would be in Minnesota or Wisconsin, but I do expect, the 70s anyway, just a little cooler. But I know it's going to happen, and I have had no clothes at all that would fit me. The clothes that I had put back went down to an extra large, and I'm not an extra large anymore. In fact, my extra larges are trying to fall off my body, and I'm trying to make my summer clothes last until the warm weather kind of gives up the ghost. And I'll have to buy new clothes in the spring again. But I was real excited, because I had no clue what size I would be when I went to try on clothes. And I am getting down into my shirt. Every shirt that I bought was a medium, which was like I haven't been medium in 20 years, more than 20 years, almost 30 probably. My pants were either 12s or 14s, depending on how they were sized. Some of the pants, I got into a couple of pairs of pants that said they were mediums, and then I got into some that said they were larges. See, it's that booty thing going on. So clothes shopping was pretty exciting. No, I do want to talk about something. I've seen a couple of people come on YouTube and they're like, I've never cheated and I've never had anything bad and I follow my program to the T. And anybody who doesn't is going to regain. And then other people are saying moderation, but you listen to them and you're like, that's too much moderation. You can't eat junk food every day and expect to continue to lose or to not regain. And, I'm fully knowledgeable that if I put crap in my pouch, my little tiny pea, um, every day, I can do it every 2 hours. And, by the time I'm done, I've put potato chips in my pouch 6 or 7 times in a day. And that's going to result in weight gain. And so I don't know that I'm necessarily a moderation kind of girl either. And I'm wondering if the right term isn't balance. We're not going to be perfect. Maybe a couple of these people are, and maybe they never, ever, ever eat anything that would be considered crap or that's not on their program. Um, and I, for the most part, don't. But I know at Thanksgiving, I will probably have a very small, small piece of pumpkin pie with a little bit of Cool Whip on it. It's a family thing, and I love pumpkin pie. And, I don't figure I went on this journey just to completely deprive myself. Um, and I know that once in a while I will eat a few things that may not be as good for me as they could be. I mean, I already do. I mean, I prefer dark meat chicken to light meat chicken, so I should probably be eating skinless, boneless chicken breast, but I generally eat thighs and legs because they're a moisture meat and to me more tasty, and that's my preference. Um, do I feel guilty about that? No, because that's what I like and I enjoy it, and I don't cook it with any extra fat. And I enjoy how I eat. I make the vast majority good choices. And I think it's more about balance, knowing that, for the most part, you know, most of the time you're going to have good choices, but that once in a while you're going to make a choice that isn't as good as another choice might have been. And and I don't think that's necessarily bad. What got me in the shape that I was binge eating and eating foods that weren't healthy for me. I realized that. And I realized that eating that way is not a good idea. And so I intend to eat the. I'm sorry, my door just moved and it kind of was spooky. Um, I intend to eat this way for the rest of my life, knowing that occasionally, and I mean occasionally, not every day, maybe not even every week, maybe not even every month, I will probably only have pumpkin pie once a year on Thanksgiving Day. I don't indulge any other day. Um, so I don't think that's harmful. And I think that I can indulge in some family traditions, but that we only have family get togethers once every, at Christmas and Thanksgiving and Easter, the usual times. And so I think it's about balance, finding balance in your life where the balance is mostly good, but having a realistic idea that it's not always going to be ideal. So that's my opinion on that. And I just thought I'd say I just really wondered what your opinions were on moderation, balance, never eating off plan. Do you eat off plan ever? Um, do you always eat on plan? Do you believe in moderation, that you can have it now and again? Do you believe in balance? Just exactly what is your opinion on that? Put that down in the comments below. I'd put some, a flag or something here somewhere, or write something, but I don't know how to. So at any rate, that's the end of all I have to say. Um, Joined Weight Watchers. I'm enjoying it. Lost a good bit of weight since I last saw you, and I'm proud of that. And I'm really pleased with my journey. And I hope you are too. I just hope you all have a very blessed day. I love you all. I love your support. I love participating with you. Um, I count you all as part of my family. Um, I just want you all to be blessed. Love you. Bye.